Hi everyone, my name is Fadila, and in today's video I'll be presenting a paper titled Empowering Women Through Social Entrepreneurship, a Literature Review. Its purpose is to analyze the concept of social entrepreneurship and women's empowerment separately, and then discussing the impact that they have on one another. To be more precise, the research objectives are as follows: defining women's empowerment and its origins, discovering the history of social enterprise, and finally tracing the role of social entrepreneurship in promoting women's empowerment. To do so, we followed a systematic literature review methodology and used Web of Science as our bibliographic database. In order to gather relevant articles, 2 searches were conducted using multiple keywords. Then they were refined by year of publication, language, and category. And after a final scan, a couple of articles were manually added due to their richness of information, which left us with a total of 12 articles. The following results were conducted after reading and analyzing the latter. It all started in 1974, Brazil, with the concept of the pedagogy of the oppressed, which criticized the teacher-student relationship and proposed to consider students as knowledge makers as opposed to passive listeners. Fast forward to 10 years later, the term empowerment was conceptualized by feminist researchers and activists. And it wasn't until the year 1993 that the term women's empowerment showed up and was only understood when it was limited to a certain context. For example, political empowerment occurred when women obtained the right to vote. Similar to the linear progression of women's empowerment, social enterprise was gradually developed. In the 70s, nonprofit organizations existed and depended on philanthropic funders to achieve their social goals, but they slowly strived to become financially independent in the 90s by offering goods and services or administrative profitable programs. Nowadays, social enterprises have found a balance between making a profit and accomplishing their social objectives. Since social entrepreneurship strives to tackle societal challenges, empowerment is more likely to occur in this context. And as it does, individuals tend to give back to their organization, which creates a positive correlation between the two concepts. However, empowerment within social enterprise is considered to be limited and conditioned, as it does not greatly impact the omnipresent patriarchal ordering that exists outside of the social enterprise, and this is called bounded empowerment. Which brings us to the next point, the difference between empowerment and emancipation. Empowerment is when people develop capacities to succeed within the current system, while emancipation questions the power of structures. To sum up, social entrepreneurship brings about bounded women's empowerment, which means that women will have very limited space to be empowered if structural rules and constraints remain unchanged.